Hi everybody. Today I have a special communication tip specifically for women, but both men and women will benefit from this. I have a new book coming out called How to Talk to Your Stupid Boyfriend so what you say gets through his stupid head and sinks into his stupid brain. The subtitle is How to Speak Caveman. Now, it's not just for boyfriends. I mean, it really applies to most men. So I thought everybody could benefit from one of the tips that come from this book. And the tip is, sometimes we need to finish sentences for men. And trust me, I include myself in this category. So for those of you who are not men, I'm going to reveal a secret to you so that you will be able to interpret the language of the caveman and that other women cannot interpret. So you will be miles ahead of most women if you learn this one secret tactic. You ready? When a man talks about relationships, frequently you have to end his sentences for him, and you can do that silently in your brain. But what we tend to do is we leave off the end of sentences. Now, we don't even know that we do it half the time, but when a man says to you, I'm not ready to get married, or I don't want a commitment like that right now, I don't want to have children. Remember, the end of the sentence that is missing is with you. So remember, say this out loud. What he means to say that, what he means to say is with me. Say that, with me. So when a man says, I don't want to get married, what he means to say is, I don't want to get married with you. If he says, I don't want a commitment, he means to say, I don't want a commitment with you. Now, sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow, but it is the truth. There are no exceptions to that rule. We all know of somebody, some woman, who was with a man for years and years, and she was waiting for him to be ready to get married. This tends to happen two different times in life, either when you're very young or when you're, let's say, over 40 or over 50. Because when you're very young, a lot of men will say, I don't want a serious relationship, and what they mean is I don't want a serious relationship with you. A lot of men, after they have been divorced, might say, I just don't want to get married again. And what they mean is I don't want to get married again with you. And so a lot of times women will stay with them for a long time, and then eventually they'll say, you know what, this is not what I need a relationship with more of a future. So they will break up with that man after years, or after being with him for a few years, and then 2 months later they'll call up their best friend and go, oh, did you just see the paper? He's engaged, he's engaged, he's engaged. How can he do that? He always said that he didn't want to get married again. He said he wasn't ready for a relationship. What's changed? I don't understand, blah, blah, blah. It's because she didn't know how to finish his sentences. When a man said to her, I don't want to get married again, he meant with you. When the young man said, I'm not ready to get married, he meant with you. And then what will happen is, after they break up, they will find a woman, and very frequently, immediately, they'll find a woman who they're ready to get married to. That one. So remember that simple tip. And also remember, when a man uses the phrase, right now, what that means is, literally translated, and I never will be. So for example, if a man says to you, I'm not ready for a committed relationship right now, literally translated, that means, I'm not ready for a committed relationship and I never will be with you. See how simple that is? So now that you have that tip, you will not fall prey to the unfortunate situation that so many women find themselves in, where they're waiting for a man to come around and be ready for these relationships. Remember, right now means, and I never will be. So, for example, I really don't want to settle down and have a family, and I never will be ready to with you. See how simple that is? There you go. So now you are miles ahead of most women when it comes to interpreting the language of the caveman. Simple. If you'd like any more tips, let me know. Email me at dan@powerdiversity.com. Please subscribe to this channel and make sure to share it with your friends. Thanks a lot.